Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Daryanti with student number A1D 022109. So today I will present my proposal titled Polysemous Verbs in English Songs Lyric, a semantic pragmatic analysis of Let Her Go by Passengers. So in this presentation, I will explain the background of the study, the research question objectives, the scope and limitation, the significance, previous studies, theoretical framework, and the research methodology. So let's explain background of the study. So this research focuses on polysemy, which refers to a single word that has multiple but related meanings. Polysemy appears frequently in English, especially in verbs. According to Cruz 2011, English verbs often expand their meanings depending on how they are used in different contexts. From a pragmatic perspective, as Grips 2006 explained, the meaning of a word is not only based on its dictionary definition, but also shaped by context, speaker attention, emotional tone, and how the listener interprets it. So, song lyrics provide rich data for this type of analysis because they use expressive, metaphorical, and sometimes ambiguous language. Songwriters choose words that can convey emotional depth, symbolic messages, and layered meanings. Passenger Songs Let Her Go is one of those songs that uses verbs with multiple interpretations. For example, verbs like let, know, love, or feel may carry more than one sense depending on the situation in the lyrics. These verbs can express sadness, regret, realization, or emotional conflict. However, many previous studies on song lyric have primarily focused on metaphor, symbolism, figurative language, or moral values, such as those by Nasu Tion 2020 and Putra and Sari 2021. Only a few studies specifically examine polysemous verbs, and very few combine both semantic and pragmatic interpretations. Therefore, this research aims to fill that gap by conducting a focused analysis of polysemous verbs in a single, well-known songs, and academically. This topic is important because it helps deepen the understanding of how meaning is constructed and interpreted in real context. Personally, I chose this topic because I'm interested in how simple verbs in songs can carry deep emotional meanings that listeners may not fully realize. So next, to research question and research objectives. A research question, this study is guided by two questions. The first one is what polysemous verbs occur in the lyrics of Let Her Go by Passengers, and the second one is how are the meanings of those verbs constructed and interpreted through semantic and pragmatic perspective. And the research objectives based on the research question, the objectives are, the first one is to systematically identify the polysemous verbs that occur in the lyrics, and the second one is to analyze their semantic and pragmatic meanings in order to explain how the meanings are constructed based on the lyrical context. So next, to scope and limitation of the study. The scope of this study focuses specifically on polysemous verbs found in the lyrics of Let Her Go. Only verbs that have multiple related meanings are analyzed. The analysis is restricted to linguistic perspectives, semantic meaning, and pragmatic meaning. There are also several limitations. This research does not examine phonology, syntax, rhyme patterns, metaphors, or musical elements. It does not compare this song with other songs by Passenger or with songs by other artists. Since the data come from only one song, the findings cannot represent all patterns of polysemy in English songs in general. And significance of the study. This study has both theoretical and practical significance. Theoretically, the findings contribute to the study of semantics and pragmatics, especially in understanding how a single verb can express multiple meanings depending on its context. This research also supports the idea that lyrics are useful sources for analyzing contextual meaning. Practically, this study can help English learners interpret ambiguous vocabulary in song lyrics more effectively. It may also help teachers who use songs as classroom materials, and furthermore, the study can be a reference for other researchers who want to investigate lexical ambiguity or semantic pragmatic analysis in songs. Okay, next to literature review reviews relevant studies. Previous studies have provided context for this research. Nasution 2020 analyzed figurative language in English song lyric and found that songs often express multiple layers of meaning. Putra and Sari 2021 explored ambiguity in songs including polysemy but did not analyze verbs in depth. And Wulandari 2022 studied polysemy in verbs using short stories, which supports the methodological approach of analyzing verb sense. Rahmawati 2021 examined pragmatic meaning in songs and highlighted the role of context. And Arifin 2023 combined semantic and pragmatic analysis in a single song, showing that both perspectives are important. However, none of these studies examine polysemous verbs in Let Her Go, and none combine semantic and pragmatic analysis specifically for verb meaning. This shows the novelty of my research. Next to theoretical framework. This study uses four key theories. The first one is lexical semantics. This theory explains how words develop different sense and how meaning is organized at the lexical level. Cruz 2011, Lyons 1995. And the second one is a polysemic theory from Ullmann and Cruz. This theory helps distinguish between related meanings and unrelated meanings. The third one is pragmatic theory. Grips explain how context, emotion, intention, and shared knowledge influence the meaning of a word. And the last one is song lyrics as linguistic text. Machine 2010 explain that lyrics are expressive, layered, and context dependent, making them suitable for semantic pragmatic analysis. Together, these theories form the foundation for identifying and interpreting polysemous verbs in this song. Okay, let's move to research methodology. The first one is a research design. This study uses a qualitative descriptive design, which is suitable because the purpose is to describe how meaning is formed and interpreted in natural context. This design allows me to explain the meanings of verbs in detail. And data sources. The primary data are the official lyrics of Let Her Go by Passenger. The secondary data consists of books, journals, and dictionaries related to polysemy, semantics, and pragmatics. And data collection technique. I use document analysis first transcribed by the lyric, and then identified all the verbs in the song. After that, I selected verbs that have more than one related meaning. And finally, I verified the polysemy of each verb using dictionaries and linguistic references. And research instruments. In qualitative research, this research is the main instrument. I also use supporting instruments such as a data checklist, semantic dictionaries like the Oxford English Dictionary, and theoretical references to guide interpretations. And the last one is data analysis technique. I use three steps. The first one is identification, selecting verbs that may have polysemous meanings. The second one is a semantic analysis, classifying the sense of each verb using lexical semantic theory. And the last one is pragmatic interpretation, interpreting the meaning in context based on emotion, intention, and surrounding lyric. Through this step, I aim to explain how the verbs function both lexically and contextually. In conclusion, the study aims to provide a detailed understanding of how polysemous verbs convey meaning in let-her-go through both semantic and pragmatic perspectives. I hope this research contributes to linguistic studies and becomes a helpful reference for others. Thank you for me. That's all from me. Thank you.